Hello everyone, FunshotX here. Welcome back to another episode of Crash Landing on the Crash Landing Crash Pro Crashers server, I guess we're calling it now. Anyway, this is version 1.1.2. You can get it on the Feed the Beast launcher and all that jazz. I'm sure you guys have heard that numerous times. Upgraded my garden. This is now my fully functional automatic harvesting garden. Over here, I have a planter right under there, and he's now taking care of all the crops that need to be replanted once you harvest them by the harvester. So these 9 3x3 squares. These other guys over here, the harvester just picks them and leaves the stock there. So like things like tomato, grapes, raspberries, any kind of like fruits or little, I don't know, kind of leaves there. Doesn't do the same thing like peppers and lettuce, onions. Well, you can probably tell what I'm making, right? Based on what I've got growing here. That's right, pizza. It's time to make some pizza. Just a really quick under here, you can see I've got the planter. Here's how it's configured. I've got some spice, some bell pepper, onions, lettuce, soybeans, wheat seeds, peanuts, potatoes, and soybeans again, because I'm using soy for quite a lot of things, so that's why it's on there twice. To get all that, I went ahead and used my matok on some grass over in my orchard. You just have to make sure it's on grass and it's not near a water source, and that way it'll give you seeds when you till it, or attempt to till it. And you can see it's connected to power, and it's also connected to a Steve's Factory Manager, because I want to auto-craft everything involved in this setup. Alright, this guy's still going strong with power. This setup does not take much power at all. You can see this gold chest is now empty, so I don't really need a golden chest there. I could probably just deal with a normal chest. But let's just leave it gold there. I've got it, and I have no other purpose for it yet. And that Factory Manager is running up to the second floor, which I've added a nice little glass roof to. Right now, the way it looks, it looks a little off-kilter because I've got, well, number one, it's not even. It's 5 and 4. And number 2, it's got this stone thing here. So I might just use some inventory cable just to make it look the same or something. I don't know. I think you can also camouflage cable. So I might do that with the limestone and do this and just make regular limestone over there. That's the plan. Anyway, let's keep it going. So all of this stuff that's in the golden chest is now moved via Steve's inventory cable into this diamond chest, which is gigantic, over here. And you can see I moved everything, all my fruit, all my tools, pretty much everything is in there. And also this guy is connected to the chest as well. He's like my output of like the foods I can actually eat, or, well, I don't know. Some stuff's just in there. I don't know why. But yeah, let's go see what I did with all of that. Here we go. So the Steve's Factory Manager is still the same thing from my Witchwater setup and Soul Sand setup. I've just moved the cable all the way over there to touch this guy, and then all the way down there. That was a lot of cable. I've got a trash can. This is delete excess because this tree farm just harvests and harvests and harvests, and I have like 8 stacks of apples and oranges. So I'm using Steve's Factory Manager to detect if I have too much of something and delete it using the trash can. I've got 2 pressers, one to take soybeans to make silken tofu, and the other one to take silken tofu and make the hardened fern tofu. Let's look at the Factory Manager. It's grown quite a bit since our little soul sand setup, which was right here. I've now got a bunch of other things, and I'll kind of go through each one. The supply, it's a lot of things, but basically it's just, these are the things that I get too much of, and it's deleting them. That's all it's doing. So this, oh, and this first one is taking everything from that gold chest down near the harvester and putting it in the diamond chest. Pretty easy. But then you can see things like apples, and it'll go, well, look in the diamond chest and see if you have 128 or 2 stacks of apples. If you do, if you have more, at least 128 or more, then go to the apples, the diamond chest, grab, 2 apples, and just put them in the trash. Yeah, just throw them in the trash. I have no use for them at the moment. If I have some other use later, then I'll change the outputs, but right now I'm doing that for apples, oranges, pears, pomegranates, and avocado. I think I'm doing like 2 stacks of apples and oranges and 1 stack of everything else. Pretty cool. So that's the supply, or oversupply, you could call it. Next thing is the seeds. With the harvester and the planter down there, when it harvests these, you don't get any seeds back. The only way you can get seeds back is by crafting the item, the fruit, the vegetable, whatever, back on itself into a seed. But I don't want to do too many of them. I only want to do what I need, or else I'll have tons and tons of soybeans and I'll just be deleting them again. So I've come up with a system that first detects how much I have, and then if I need more, it'll craft seeds, send it to the planter, and plant them. So let's look. I've got a ton of things. These are all the things I'm crafting. You can see. Potatoes are a little bit different, so they're down there. But let's just take one example and just that is exactly the same for all the other things except for potatoes. So for soybeans, the condition, I look at both the planter and the diamond chest. Sorry, I've changed that from a gold to diamond. That's why I got deselected. I looked at the diamond chest and the planter, and I'm doing an if any. So that's an or check. I'm saying if we have at least 128 soybeans, 2 sacks of soybeans, or 9 soybean seeds, then I don't want to do anything. I don't want to plant. I don't want to create any seeds. I don't want to plant them. I want to just leave them like they are. Okay. If I don't, so I don't have 2 stacks of soybeans, or there's not any seeds in the planter, then let's go ahead and input from the diamond chest some soybeans. I think I get like 9 of them. Yeah. And then I send them to the crafter, auto crafter, which makes the seeds from the soybeans. And you notice it's giving a little red X, no excess inventories. When you do this kind of craft, there is no excess inventory, so there's no point setting that up. It's just a little red exclamation mark. Who cares? And then I output it back into the planter. And it's on a blacklist, so just output anything. So the exact same thing for all these. I just need to fix all these to check the diamond chest, or it's going to craft forever and ever, and this whole system will be worthless. So basically this entire page is designed to prevent me from getting too much overflow of all this material. It'll only send seeds to the planter when I need more of it. Pretty cool. Potato, the only thing you don't have to, that's missing is the crafting, because you don't have to craft potato seeds, you just plant the potatoes directly. So I just look and see if there are, at least, let's see, what do I count, like 128, 2 sacks of potatoes, either in the diamond chest or the planter. And if not, then I'll input 9 of them, output them into the planter. Pretty easy. Let's go see that at work. I better fly down there so we don't kill ourselves. Okay. So you can see in here, it's not sending more potatoes because we must have 2 stacks. If we didn't have 2 stacks, it would be sending potatoes here. You can see some of these have a little bit more than... remember, I'm checking for 9 and also sending 9, so I should probably have like 18 be the maximum. Some of these have more just because I didn't have my system perfectly set up when I started it, and so it was crafting more than I needed. And I've also just filled in dust here so it doesn't use the extra inventories. That's pretty much it. 10 upgrades, so it does a 9x9 times 9. Yeah, no, just a 9x9. That's it. Okay. So that's the auto planting, that's the seeds. Let's go back up here. It's probably easier to take the elevator. Don't need this guy. I do need some water though. I love my little water jug. Oops. Nope, there we go. Alright, so let's get into the meat of it. Next thing would be crafting tofu. So the first thing I do, I'm going to check the diamond chest to see if it has at least a stack of firm tofu. If not, then go ahead and go to the diamond chest and get some silken tofu and put it into the presser, the second presser. I'm also doing another check to see if I have in the diamond chest at least 64 silken tofu, because this guy's going to use it all, right? So I need to craft it all. And if not, then go to the diamond chest and get some soybeans and put them in the first presser. Then I have a third one here that goes to both pressers, takes everything out, and puts it back into the diamond chest. And these triggers are not running on 1 second. They're running on 30-second intervals. And the reason I do that is because if I did this condition, and I'm only checking to see if that chest had enough firm tofu. So right now it has, I don't know, just a little bit over a stack. So since it has more than a stack, let's say it had less than a stack, right? It would go, hey, wait, I don't have a stack, and it would move 9 tofu up to the presser. And then it would do it again and 1 second later and say, wait, I don't have a stack, move 9 tofu, and 9 tofu. And so it would just fill up the presser completely. So by only checking every 30 seconds, I'm saying, do I have a stack of tofu? I don't, so let's just move up like 10 silken, and then we'll check back in 10 minutes, or in 30 seconds, sorry, to see if now we have enough. That way it keeps it nice, and you see we only get a little bit extra over our stack. Okay? So that's the tofu. I think I have one more miscellaneous thing, and then we'll get to the pizza. Miscellaneous, this is creating water. It's all it does is it goes to the iron chest, looks for water bottles, and it crafts water bottles into fresh water and outputs them into the diamond chest. I still need to automate crafting water bottles, and I can do that with like a fluid duct. I'm not a fluid duct, a fluid. Oh man, you can see all my machines are missing. They're downstairs. A transposer or some of the other like liquid crafters or all that kind of thing. But I haven't done that right now, so really all I'm doing is just going boom, 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 and put them in here. And it crafts me all those. Cool. And then I'll have the water in here for when I need it. So right now I'm just going to have to watch my water. I'm getting a little bit low, so let's go ahead and just drain this water drum quite a bit. And then we can just go shunk. There we go. And now it should have tons of water. There we go. Plenty. Cool. Let's do some pizza. Finally. Right? That's the objective here. The pizza is a little bit crazy, and I'm going to change it, and I'll tell you why. So the first thing is a condition that says, well, go to the iron chest and look for a pizza. And I'm actually going to change this to 5, because I want to have 5 pizzas at all times. All right? So if you don't have 5 pizza, it's false. Then let's start crafting everything. So first we need to make some cheese. Yeah. So I'll go to the diamond chest and I'll get all the stuff required for cheese. Soy milk, a pot, and a salt. And I'll craft it into cheese. And then the excess inventories is actually going to back to the diamond chest. It's weird this excess inventories doesn't automatically populate stuff here. You just kind of have to sort. So just type chest or whatever, and all the chests will appear. You can do .all if you want everything to appear. But so just know that all the excess inventories on these crafters are set back to the diamond chest. Basically, that means once you craft this recipe, this pot is extra. You'll get the pot back. So take that pot and put it back in the diamond chest. That's all it's saying. And then I'm going to output to the diamond chest. And with a crafting recipe, this is one of those important things, is you need to whitelist the output of what you crafted, or it will just take the ingredients and output them again. It's really dumb. So this kind of threw me off for a little while. Once I figured out that I need to say whitelist and what I crafted, then it worked great. And I'm putting that back in the diamond chest. Then I'm doing another input. I think this one is crafting flour. So I'm taking potatoes, mortar pestle, crafting them up into flour, outputting that flour on a whitelist. Same thing. Next one, we're going to grab everything for dough. You can see that fresh water, that's where that got used, and the flour from the previous step, the mixing bowl. Craft it all up into dough and output it to the diamond chest. The next thing is to make a pizza, so we're going to go ahead and get bakeware, dough, cheese, tomatoes, and firm tofu, and craft it on up into a pizza. Okay, and then put that back in the diamond chest. And then finally, we go get that pizza, add in a cutting board, onions, spice leaf, and bell peppers, craft that up into supreme pizza. And then that one I put into the iron chest, which is the final output. Okay? Now here's a problem with that. Let's say right now I have 5 pizzas. If I take one out, it's going to craft me a whole nother pizza. But while it's doing that, it's going to craft me another cheese, another dough, another flour, another pizza, and then another supreme pizza. Everything in between. But if you look at this diamond chest, I've only got 1 cheese, so that's good. But I got 47 pizzas. So I don't need to craft a new pizza every time I need a supreme pizza, right? I only need to craft it if I don't have one. And if I already have one, just use the one I have, right? It's not like an ME system where the ME system would go, oh, you already have it, I'll just use that, and if you don't, then I'll craft it. it's kind of, you know, you're telling it exactly what to do. I'm basically creating an ME system, but I have to let it know to not craft it, right, if I don't need it. So the easiest way I figured I could do that, other than doing a ton of conditions and flows and the flow controls and all kind of stuff, is just to break out these outputs and do these all separate conditions. So I'm going to completely break that right now. And on this condition, I'm just going to say, well, go to the diamond chest and look for cheese, because that's what it's making, right? And create some cheese if you don't have it. So I'll always have one cheese on hand, but that way if I have 20 cheese, it won't keep making it if I don't need it, right? Okay. So now we can see it should only make cheese if we don't have it. So we have a cheese in there. As soon as I pull it out, it'll make another one. Cool. All right. So let's go back up, and we'll do the same thing for all of these. I'll create 1, 2, 3, 4 more triggers. And I could do a flow control, but I find it easy just to put a bunch of triggers on here, because then I can name them, and I just use them as basically the label. So this one was flour. This one was dough. Dough. This one was the regular pizza. And then the final one was the supreme. Okay. So now when I add these 4 more conditions, let me hold shift down real quick. Sort these all out. Oops, I made an extra one. I can say, okay, this condition, go to the diamond chest and look for flour. And if you don't have it, then craft it, right? Pretty cool. So always have one flour on hand. This one, the same thing. Go to the diamond chest, look for dough, and craft it if you don't have it. The last, this one is diamond chest, look for pizza. So I'm going to have one extra pizza just sitting there, cooling off, rotting, I don't know. But more than often, I'm not going to have that extra pizza, or, you know, or more than one, basically. It's better than having 47, right? And then this last condition is now looking at the iron chest for 5 supreme pizzas. And we should be good. Okay, now if I didn't break anything and I go downstairs, we should have 5 pizzas and not much very many extra. So you can see we have that 2 cheese and 47 pizzas. If my old system was correct, I would still have 2 cheese and 47 pizzas after I made a supreme. So let's go ahead and go over here and take these 5 out. And you can see it's making them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's see what we ended up with. You can see we still have 2 cheese. Oh, I know what that is. Okay. But we're down to 42 pizzas. We only have 1 dough and 1 flour, I'm guessing. I'm not seeing the flour. It's somewhere here. Oh, we have tons of extra flour. But I'm sure it didn't create any more because we already had it. Cool. So let's put our pizzas back. And I think I need to fix the cheese. Was the problem here was items, cheese, 1. Interesting. I can get rid of specify amount. Oh well, I don't know. I shouldn't have made an extra cheese. But there we go, guys. Pizza is automated. Can get pizza whenever I want. Probably going to do the same thing with a few other things like the bacon cheeseburger, some of the peanut butter sandwiches, just so I have a good supply. If we look at things that are classified as a feast, this one is uncraftable. I'm not sure on the rainbow curry. Maybe we don't have an ingredient that it needs, so it just disabled the recipe. This one is this is a wholesome feast, which I think is the best. This is a nourishing feast, but it's pretty crazy to make. You need toast, which I think requires you to actually cook something, right? I don't want to have to smelt as part of this, so I probably won't do that one. The delighted meal, It takes French fries, which are easy to make. It takes juice, which is really easy to make, or a smoothie. And it takes a cheeseburger, which takes toast. Oh, so I guess it's going to I'll have to cook it anyway. Oh well, that's fine. We've got plenty of, we've already got the dough, so we just have to craft bread and turn it into toast, and we can actually get both of those. So maybe I'll do that another time. This time I'm going to go ahead and leave this alone because we now have automated pizza, and that's the best, and we don't have to worry about it. I should show you what happens when you eat a pizza, though. Look at this. Watch go. It fills up your hunger bar and your saturation bar almost. It's crazy. So now I have food for a long time. Okay, so what do I want to do next? Well, let's hop into the quests a little bit. Right now I want to show you what's downstairs because I moved all my machines. There they are. You can see I added a wall. He looks pretty cool in the wall. And I've got factory cable everywhere. It's pretty crazy. But there's actually factory cable, is it underneath there? Yeah, it's underneath all these machines. So I can control anything that goes into these machines and out because I've got like them set to have an input and an output. Input the bottom, out through back. The power is behind them in the wall, and actually there's some covers to hide the cabling. This guy is getting fill up from above. You can see I think it goes right. There's covers there, there's the covers, and they go up through there to the ceiling. So that's how it's getting factory manager and also power to all these machines. So now I can take a Steve's factory manager, and I haven't put one on. I'll just probably put one right here or something. And I can say, you know, have an input chest, an output chest, anything I throw in, just, you know, put it in here and take the liquid out, put it there. So I can automate everything with factory manager, and I don't need any cables, any tubes, any pipes, anything. It's just going to be this nice clean setup. No ME pipes or anything. It's just going to be perfectly set up like this, and I'll control everything with Factory Manager. So that's pretty cool. And that's about all for the basement. That'll be another day though, because it's going to take a while to set up. And did I change anything else? I don't think I modified anything else. This is working now. The problem, as you guys put, was I forgot to change this to strong power. It was at weak power, so it wasn't passing the 12 up to there. So, cool. It's now always at 4.5. This is always at 15, just like we want it. And this guy kicks on whenever it's not. Pretty cool. Took the speed upgrade out of here because you guys said, yep, speed upgrade doesn't do anything. You're right. I was thinking it would speed up the crafting of the things in there. And the speed upgrade in here is just so meh. It doesn't help at all. It seems like anytime you open the door, it loses all its oxygen anyway. And I thought I could combat that by putting in volume upgrades, but it still seems to lose everything when you open a door. Landstrider and Raccoon have solved that, and I'll actually putting that into place maybe another time, or maybe in between episodes, where you don't use any chamber interfaces at all, and you use Steve's Factory Manager. Actually, it can see this multi-block as a inventory, and it knows how to throw stuff in and out and work it. And because it never opens anything, it never loses pressure. So it's kind of a hack, I guess, but I think it's a really cool trick. So I'll be showing that in a future episode as well. Okay, let's get to the quest book. I'm going to sit on top of my walrus here and read the quests. We are getting close to done. We're 58% of the last one done. And let's open it. One of the main things we need to do now is our ME system. So let's start that. We need an ME chest and a 1K storage drive. I've got a bunch of these guys crafted up ahead of time. So I think I'm going to need, let's get 4. So we'll need 16 of that and a bunch of redstone. The ME system is tough in this mod pack because almost everything requires a circuit. So let's look at ME chest. And doesn't look too difficult to begin with. You know, you're like, oh, glass, iron chest, that's great. We know how to make conversion matrix. Oh, wait, oh, that's still pretty easy, okay. Oh no, what's going on now? We need these guys. So we only need one for now, let's make them. And then we're going to need some silicon and some redstone. The silicon cap comes from either smelting Certus quartz or nether quartz. Okay, so where is my Certus quartz? Let's take a stack of that, go ahead and smelt it up so we have tons of silicon. And again, I don't have this automated, so I just have to throw it in the wherever I want. Okay, I'm just going to get 2 for now. Get that. Go back up and craft this. One thing nice about the way this is set up, though, is you don't need to cook these guys. You just get them. They come pre-cooked, which is awesome. Ah, but they don't shift click, so there we go. 2 of those, 2 of these. So I guess that's your, because you're cooking this, you already have a circuit board, it doesn't need to bake it, the processor. There you go. Cool. So we have that now. We need to make the matrix, so we'll need some flukes dust, which is nether quartz dust, Certus quartz dust, and redstone. So some of that. Let's get another stack of redstone, and I need a stack of nether quartz. Oh, I don't have a stack of nether quartz. Okay. Well, let's go downstairs and pulverize what we do have. And we need, let's just get like 5 to start out with. Okay. The rest of that can cook. We'll have extra later. Make some flux dust. There we go. And I'll need a whole... Oh, I need more nether quartz. Oh, crap. Don't cook it all. Don't cook it all. I need some. Thank you. Whew, that was close. And I think this has auto-crafted all my big crystals into blocks. There we go. Should be good now, right? Oh, we need the iron. Iron is over here, and we might as well get the chest while we're out grabbing stuff. We're getting low on wood. Well, actually, there was some rubber wood, I saw it. Forget it doesn't give you as much. Okay. And I could go downstairs, use the sawmill. I don't feel like it. Okay. You. There you go. And you. What? Glass? Missing glass? Missing glass. Okay. And there's our ME chest. Finally. Made it. Done. Check it off. Next thing is the 1K storage drive. And that's going to take the normal stuff. But the storage cell, you can see, takes another one of these. So we need to get more silicon and see if that's finished cooking here. Most of it has. Okay. I don't like to stay down there to craft because it's really hot. Oops, I gotta make a card first, dang it. Let's just make them all. Alright, card, silicon, redstone. We're short on these guys. Okay. Get our little storage cell, perfect. And then put it inside a drive. I'm short on glass again, aren't I? 2 more glass. Alright, there we go. That'll complete the quest. And what do we get? We get some nether quartz and some Certus quartz. Go ahead and claim that. It's not giving us anything we already didn't have, but it's cool. Gives us some more stuff to use. Put the silicon in there, and that, and that, and that. Sure. Okay. What can we do with that? We can't really do much at all with this, and I think I'm going to be moving this up and putting my AE stuff right here. So let's move this strongbox and put the chest there. Put that inside. We'll go ahead and move the grindstone, and we'll leave the crafting station there for now because I'll be needing it. Grindstone can go over here. Oh, that's weird. That, like, Did a block update or something. Turn that guy on. That's cool. Ow! It smacked me. And this chest can go here. Cool. Why is that? I don't know, chest in there for some reason. Probably because it couldn't fit in there. Okay, so that's that. Now what we need for the next quest is going to be the controller and a drive. Let's give us a diamond processor here. Fluid storage or 4K storage. That's cool. Let's look at what it takes to make a controller. Probably going to take a diamond one. Yep. And ooh, that takes fluxed electrum and the higher up one. Pretty cool. Do I have... Question if I do it right now is, do I have 3 of those? Oh, I do. Cool. So let's make one of these upgraded cards. 3 more plastic, 2 more printed circuit boards. Okay. Plastic. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, you there, you 3 there. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Alright, that makes the next card. 2 flux and 2 silicon. Should have that. No, I don't have the flux electrum blend. And I always forget how to make it. Pulverizing those guys? No. Redstone onto my electrum blend. I don't even have the electrum blend. Okay, well, we're at 30 minutes anyway, guys, so I'll probably just halt right there. You guys have seen me make these before, so the only other thing would be these guys, which is nether quartz, surge quartz, and redstone. I have that. Let's make 16, oops, 16 of that, 16 redstone, 16 of you guys. There we go. So I have a bunch of those. That's a controller easily made. And the other thing was a drive. Drive is even easier because it's 2 basic processors and a chest. So I'm going to go ahead and make those off camera. Next, and the quest rewards, I really don't think... Let's see, what am I going to choose? Probably just a 4K storage. I don't need to store fluid at this point. So I'll get that diamond processor, a 4K storage, and go ahead and set up a basic ME system. I'm really going to use it just for storage of items. I might move all of these things out or no, because I don't want to make storage buses for every single one of those. That's what I do in a normal game. Once I have all the barrels, is just make storage buses. But look, it takes interface, which takes one of these. So, oh, I would need circuit boards for every single storage bus. That would be way too many circuit boards. So I'll probably just move a bunch of stuff into the ME system and get rid of that completely, actually, even though it looks so cool and it works so well. Anyway, guys, this has been FunShotX for Crash Landing. If you liked the episode, hit the like button. If you want to see more, the subscribe button's down there in the corner. It's free to hit. Go ahead and you'll get notified of any video I put out. And go ahead and put some comments below if you have any questions or tips or anything. No spoilers. At this point, there's really nothing you can spoil because I'm just about done with the quest book. And but especially if I say anything wrong in a video, feel free to let me know so I can correct what I've said. A lot of times I misspeak or just say something really fast and say the wrong word, and that kind of, then I don't want people to watch it and go, oh, now it doesn't work because you said it would do that. So definitely watch what I say. If I say something wrong, just feel free to post a quick little tip and say, actually, no, you know, I think you meant to say this, that kind of thing. And yeah, everything will come out groovy. See you guys next time. It's been FunShotX. Catch you later. Bye.